Welcome back to the bread and sandwich show, I guess, Stephen DeFalco's Sullivan Street Bakery show. Let me just show you all how the sandwiches came out. Look how beautiful they are. The vegetable is so colorful with the pesto kind of oozing out, and then the prosciutto with the mozzarella just beginning to melt. The next sandwich that I'm super excited about is going on the stretchy bread, and I call it the Italian, even though the fig marmalade comes from Spain. And the best thing about this bread is what I'm going to show you right now, because you open it, because it has a soft side, you open it like this, can you see in there? And you fill it, and it stays somewhat closed and you don't lose any of your filling. And it's just wonderful. And you can make a big one and then cut it in half afterwards into smaller, either bite-sized pieces for a party or 2 large sandwiches, which is what I'm going to do. So, Stephen, tell them where we can find Sullivan Street Bakery in Miami, please.
Our wholesale location, business to business, where we are producing the bread is in Little Haiti, off of Biscayne and 54th Street, just by the railroad tracks.
That's right.
By Soika Restaurant. But available for retail for purchase at Periconi's in Brickell, Proper Sausages in Miami Shores.
Yep.
Some great partners of ours.
And soon to be Crumb on Parchment.
And soon to be.
Okay. So just to let you know what I'm doing, I actually purchased this fig marmalade because I can't make it this good. So I spread a little bit of that all across the sandwich. And then you can obviously take your favorite fillings. Mine are things like, you like mortadella?
I love mortadella.
What good Italian kid doesn't like mortadella? Sliced nice and thin. Also, we have some fennel salami sliced really nice and thin, and a little fontina. But, you know, this mix can really change depending on what you all like. But I just go down the sandwich with my slices of salami all the way down like so. The mortadella, same thing, all the way down the middle. And then you take your cheese and you go down in the center with your cheese. So in restaurants, we actually have a little trick of wrapping a brick in foil. And we do this to press things. So I have my grill pan on nice and high. I have to sadly cut down the sandwich only because it won't fit into the grill pan. So we'll take 2. I'm going to go top first, top down, and place the foil covered brick right on top. And that can press your sandwich. If you don't have a sandwich press, it works great. Now, as a little fresh topping on my sandwich, I like to use a little bit of arugula with lemon vinaigrette, which is basically 3-to-1 oil to fresh squeezed lemon juice, a little bit of salt and pepper. You can either serve it next to your sandwich or in it, like I'm going to do today. You want to go ahead and mix this?
Yes.
Thank you, my dear. A little bit of big salt right over the top. I think it's time to go ahead and flip. It's amazing, you know, the bread already is so beautifully crisp, but if you heat it at all, it just really comes to life. And if any of you ever get to go to the bakery, it's one of the most amazing facilities I've ever seen in my career.
We have some special equipment. We built a state-of-the-art facility that's utilizing some beautiful technology to help us make great bread, but while preserving the craft of good, simple bread baking at the same time.
All right, so our sandwiches are ready. You want to try?
Please.
I'll give you a little piece of this one.
Thank you.
There you have it. So you can really go crazy with it. I'm going to stuff it with a little bit of the arugula because the tartness really kind of wakes it up. So a little fresh arugula finishes the sandwich just beautifully. So you have the sweetness and you have the tanginess of the lemon, the olive oil. It really comes together beautifully. Stephen, thank you. I know you have to get out of here and go back to work. Thanks for being with us today. This is absolutely beautiful. What a gift you've given our city.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Come right back, everybody. Welcome back to the show on bread and sandwiches. I am finishing off with my personal favorite. So I'm taking the sesame loaf and I just sliced it into a nice big piece. I'm gonna add just a little bit of extra virgin onto it. Some big salt and pepper, and just gonna warm it up a little bit. I brought some of my favorite wild mushrooms. I've got trumpet royales, creminis, some regular field mushrooms, button mushrooms are in there. I just sliced them all up. And this is gonna be pretty quick. So I'm gonna add the mushrooms to the pan. I have a little oil in there, a small dice of shallot, a little bit of minced garlic. Go ahead and season this a little bit. We're just gonna saute it, get a little bit of color on our mushrooms. I also brought a little bit of soft, fresh ricotta with me to top onto the bread. I add just a little bit of extra virgin oil to my ricotta and a little bit of salt to it. Go ahead and mix it in. Now, you know mushrooms are done when they release their moisture, which these are almost done doing. They get nice and dry, which tells you that they're ready. This bread is also nice and toasty, although it started out toasty, but it's even toastier now. I'm just gonna add a little bit of this ricotta to the top of the bread, which by the way is just kind of good on its own, but it also allows the mushrooms to stick to it. Add a little bit of this heavy cream to finish the mushroom. Okay, a little bit of that chopped tarragon I told you about. Some of that fresh chopped thyme. Mix that all in. A little finishing salt. And with a very large spoon, I'm gonna go ahead and top my, yes, of course you can call this a bruschetta, by the way, or an open face. I don't know about you, but now this makes me hungry. Oh, nothing better. So we have this gorgeous sesame crisp loaf on the bottom, beautiful wild mushrooms on the top, herbs, ricotta. Well, that's our SoFlo taste for this time. Give one or more of my sandwiches a try, but remember, make it your way. I want to thank Stephen DeFalco from Sullivan Street Bakery for helping me out in the kitchen today. I like having him around because he always smells like bread. Now next week I'm celebrating one of the most important days of the year, my birthday. And since it's my day, I'll be making some of my favorites, so join me for the big celebration. Now let's see what Martin Amado is cooking up next on SoFlo Home Project. Good morning, Martin.
Hi, Michelle. Well, what do you do when a baby is outgrowing their nursery and crib? Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, we help a single mom who wants to create a big girl's room for her princess who's now 2 years old. So we are transitioning a space from baby to toddler room. Super fun project.
Thanks, Martin. We'll be watching. So Taste Buds, have a good week, and I'll see you next time here on SoFlo Taste. Bye-bye. I'm the girl of sandwich.